Welcome.
Today we're going to be talking about some art, something to enrich our listener life. Usually we're talking about poo-poo, pee-pee, caca, racism, but it's a little bit different today. So yeah, Liz and I are both artists. We've both seen a ton of art. We go to art shows. We went to an art show today, in fact, by Nicholas Galinan. I'm probably not pronouncing that right. But it was amazing. If you're in Santa Fe, go to Site Santa Fe and check it out. It was amazing. So yeah, we've seen a ton of art, and it's almost impossible to keep it all in your brain. Not everything sticks with you. But this art that I'm about to show you has stuck with me since I saw it back in 2018. It's a work by a photographer named Pawel Jaszczuk. He is a Polish artist that lives in Japan. It is a work documenting salarymen in Japan. Do you guys know about salarymen?
Of course, Mrs. Japan is here, of course.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Tell me what you know. Talk to me about it.
Salarymen are just office workers, usually clock in, usually over 40 hours a week. Sometimes just working at really shitty companies, always in business suits. Even when it's like 40 degrees Celsius and plus, you'll still see them in their business suits. And to de-stress, they drink lots of fucking booze after work or with clients. And then they pass out on the streets. Yeah.
Yes. Wild. Yeah. Liz, you've heard of this before?
Yeah, I just know that there's a really intense work culture in Japan where there's an expectation of extremely long hours, sleeping at the office, heavy drinking, like Monica said. That's kind of what I know about it.
Yeah, so this artist, Jaszczuk, he moved to Japan, right? And he started noticing these dudes in suits, these salary men, passed out in the street at night. You know, he's a photographer, so he was kind of looking at it from like an editorial angle or like a fashion angle, because these guys were in like nice suits, but they were like all crumpled up on the floor. So there was like a nice juxtaposition, right, in these photographs. So let me just read a little bit of this for you. He put out a book called High Fashion in 2018. And while I can appreciate photography, it's like the art form that I don't pay attention to at all, really. But these photos have like stuck with me since this book came out in 2018. So photographer Jaszczuk, who is based in Warsaw and Japan, observed a unique phenomenon in Tokyo where well-dressed businessmen were found fast asleep on the city streets during the late hours. Intrigued by the stark contrast between their attire and the urban environment, he started capturing these sleeping salarymen in 2008. The subjects were depicted sleeping on benches, fences, and subway platforms, some even dozing off while standing. So I sent you some of my favorite pictures from the works, and we can like go through them and like check them out. So like the first two are of well-dressed men. One guy looks like he's doing an Elvis dance on the ground. He's got like his legs splayed one way and the arms splayed the other. And there's another guy.
Yoga.
Yeah, he's doing like yoga, right?
He's definitely doing a spinal twist. That's Sarari Utopia.
Yeah, twist and shout, exactly.
Yeah, the twist and shout asana.
Come on, baby.
It looks like a dance. The second man is like the sweetest little sleeping angel. He's got his hands clasped like he's praying. He looks so peaceful. Nice little like happy sleep. He's making that sound from the cartoons like.
Do I look like him?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Just like him.
The third one is my favorite.
This is when we get into my favorite, and it's the guys asleep standing up, right? Monica, do you want to like describe what's happening here?
He's definitely taken a posing class because he's showing off all the angles. One leg is straight out. The other one is like bent at an angle. He has his left hand gripping a pole and his right one just like dangling down at his side. And then his head is somehow like same angle as his neck and shoulders.
Yeah, that's true.
It's really
very
impressive.
elegantly slumped.
Yeah, this is a really good picture. There's a lot of angles here. Even the pole that he's holding on to that has those like curves that's like similar to his body.
You know, I forget that you're a photographer and that you stole lots of cameras from people. And you know what you're talking about.
How did you forget that I was a thief? We're all thieves here.
Yeah,
We're
all
amongst
here.
thieves.
Yeah, we're thick as thieves.
Yeah.
Man, that was a great breakdown.
It's my favorite.
Liz, do you want to talk about any of these?
Yeah, so let's see here. I actually just made I'm going to send this to you guys.
The standing ones for me are absolutely
Aren't they great?
hilarious.
They're so good.
That one man, like the older gentleman, I'm wondering, is he actually sleeping or is he dead? Because who knows? Sometimes you can work yourselves to death in Japan. So they could be dead.
Yeah. So Liz made some Balenciaga ads with these sleeping guys.
They look so
really
natural,
good.
right?
Yeah.
They do. We're going to put these on the Instagram.
Yeah, these will be posted.
There's a great older gentleman who's holding his bag, who's snoozing. But the one after that's one of my favorite because the guy is
he's in a power
down.
Pose.
He's a robot.
He's charging
He's
against that. He's charging against the pole. It's like one of the MagSafe chargers for humans.
If you go 2 down from that guy who's being charged, there's a great one.
Oh, yes. This was the one I wanted to... This one and the one after that. So this one, the guy that's leaning on that... What is that? What would we call that? All I know is that this thing, whatever it is, in the game Yakuza series, you can pick those up and beat your enemies with it sometimes. Yeah. I don't know what they're called.
Which, okay, I want to make sure I'm on the same one as you. Is it the one where he's face down on the cobblestones with the mango with the sakura?
The one under that.
This one.
How is he? I don't understand how he's being propped up.
There's a pole behind. I think we need to learn physics because he essentially he's pinned his arms in 2 separate locations.
Yeah.
Right, he hooked himself in place before he fell asleep. He's like, oh, I feel it coming on. I better thread myself through this fucking charger.
It's one last shot. All right, time to hook it.
I wonder if they sell a product in Japan that is a salaryman clip, and it's just a carabiner.
Yeah.
That you can clip yourself to shit.
You clip into the the bike rack or whatever.
What are those hooks that people put into their flesh or whatever?
Oh yeah, the weird the sex people with
the weird sex people. Yeah.
Yeah, the meat hooks. Yeah, there should be a rack, a salaryman rack.
Yes.
Just like the bike rack, and you could just sort of go and gently hang yourself from it.
Dude, that would be great. What I'm picturing is on the middle of the street on the sidewalk, there are 2 poles going up, and at about salaryman height, there's a closet bar, right? With hangers that you can stuff in your shirt and prop yourself up. That's what I'm thinking.
And there's a little gentle support for your hand, in the massage table, how when you're lying down, there's something to put your hands on this, so your arms don't have to just hang. Maybe there's just a little gentle padded ridge for your arms.
And to add to that, even there could also be a cleaning mode because if you barfed all over yourself while you're sleeping and passed out, you could go through the rinse cycle.
Oh, so the bar moves. It's when you take your clothes to a dry cleaner. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a car wash.
Yeah.
For salaryman.
Car wash. Salaryman wash.
How would they say it in Japan? Salaryman.
Salaryman.
Maybe Toto could work on that. The toilet company.
Oh.
Toto makes the spray.
I think you're talking about the dog from.
Yeah, we got to get these dogs on this.
From the Wizard of Oz?
Yeah, the Wizard of Oz dogs.
Toto. Recently I learned that there is an anime genre called salaryman, and it's just...
Really?
Or anime or manga that is salaryman stories, and I asked my tutor, but what happens in them? And it's just climbing the corporate ladder type stories.
Mm-hmm.
So you're literally just reading a comic about... being in corporate America.
Yeah.
They're all, I'm going to have to ask you to sirkuru baku on that one.
Yeah.
Should I edit that out? That's racist.
How is that racist?
They probably do say that. Well,
I
we
wonder,
can think.
is it just corporate America that is speaking in this absolutely bizarre way of whatever, boil in the ocean, circle back, bandwidth, etc.?
Looping Liz in on
For these the
this.
critical
Let me
points
touch
on this
base with
agenda.
my team. Yeah. Yeah, Japan definitely has that, but I feel like theirs is way more intense, and there's separate courses for like business Japanese, which I will never take. And it's pretty much you bending over backwards for your clients and being like, we're not worthy of you. I just want to talk to Mr. Tanaka, please, as a greeting.
Interesting.
That's interesting. We have a resource. We should ask Nori. We had our own salaryman who
We did.
with us. You know what I mean?
Is this him in the last photo, maybe?
It could be. I think that's him outside Astor Place when he slapped that guy's dinner out of his hand.
Oh, yes. Let's talk about Nori next time.
We'll talk about him now.
We already talked about our favorite Mexicans.
Yeah,
Let's talk about our favorite Japanese.
salaryman. Tell us
Our
about
favorite salaryman.
Monica. Tell us about our favorite salaryman.
No, that should be another time, right?
Okay. Yeah, we could talk.
No.
Okay.
Maybe.
So-
I don't know.
So Jaszczuk went out every night between midnight and 4 a.m. for 2 years, taking pictures of these guys, right? He didn't use every picture he took. He looked for the most interesting poses, the most interesting compositions, so he did a ton. And over these 2 years, he identified specific areas, two in particular, which were Shinjuku and the Shimbashi districts of Tokyo. Have you been to those places, Mondon?
I've been to Shinjuku. I don't know about Shimbashi.
And what was Shinjuku like?
Busy. Really, really busy. It's one area where you go as a foreigner and you see a lot of other foreigners. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't feel special. But also, everything is like, it's brighter than Times Square somehow.
Whoa.
Yeah. Or at least that's how I remember it.
Yeah. So he said that over these 2 years when he was taking these pictures that he would use a small flash to illuminate the scenes, and that never did a salaryman wake up. And he said that never did a policeman or any other, residents give him any trouble about it. That it was just kind of a normal thing that people didn't even twice
They
at.
don't care. Well, no, it's not that they don't care, but it's pretty normal.
Isn't that kind of at odds with like the, Japanese, like, everything's so clean and there's like honor and like,
I'm honorably gonna KO over here. The honor comes in after you wake up after getting wasted and you haven't been mugged. Your shoes could be like 3 blocks away. You just go pick it up and get it, and like no one took your shit, or if you're a lady, no one raped you. So I guess that's where the honor comes in. But why do you think this happens so often, where people just like KO when they're fucked up on the streets?
Well, so this is something interesting I read. There's a term for it in Japan. It's called enemuri, and it's the practice of sleeping in public, and it's culturally accepted and seen as a sign of exhaustion from hard work. So it's almost like you've earned it. You've worked so hard that you just can pass out wherever you like. But the other side of it is, there's this term karoshi, which I think you kind of like brought up earlier, that it refers to death by overwork. And that there's a significant percentage of workers reported working excessively long hours. In 2013, a 31-year-old journalist named Mika Sato died of heart failure after reportedly logging 159 hours of overtime in a 1-month period.
Just overtime, or that's everything?
Just overtime.
That's just overtime. And
That's an average of 5 hours of overtime every day, every single day.
Yeah.
Can't be me.
And it's so ingrained in Japanese culture that the government started imposing fines on corporations where their employees like died from overwork. Kind of a slap in the face, but the corporation that basically killed Mika Sato, the employer only had to pay about 5,000 USD in fines following her death.
Did that go to the family, or did that?
I don't know. It didn't really say. But like, it's kind of like to, I guess, save face or whatever. It's not like a real punishment for like this type of
Token, basically.
Yeah.
There's a saying that I've learned when studying of like, if you are leaving your office and like people are still working, but you're leaving, even if you stayed an hour after you're supposed to, you say to them, Osakini Shitsureshimasu. And it's like, apologize for my rudeness of leaving before you.
Jesus.
I was like, I'm sorry, I'm leaving.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Everyone's working overtime, but I'm so sorry that I'm leaving now. I'd be saying that daily. I'd be saying that an hour after I came into the office.
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, sorry I didn't come in. Sorry for my rudeness in not coming in.
Yeah. Sorry for my rudeness in coming to work but not doing a single thing for the 8 hours I was here.
Sorry for my rudeness and my utter contempt for work culture.
Me today, me every day.
Dude, I remember when I worked at Buffalo Exchange, you didn't have an end to your shifts. There wasn't an end. They told you when you could go.
How can they do that?
I don't know. I never really investigated the legality of it.
You were a salary man.
Yeah.
They were a cult. Yeah,
Salary
Saturday
Liz.
Liz.
Saturday
Saturday
Liz. I want to see you in the salaryman. I was going to say costume, but it's just a suit.
You know what? We should take pictures of ourselves in suits passed out somewhere. That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah. I have to get a suit.
I know, we need to get suits.
Well, speaking of, I mean, have you guys ever like gotten so fucked up that you passed out outside?
Not passed out, but like have parts of the night missing, you know?
Yeah.
That we're outside.
That we're outside.
Well, I mean, like, give us an example. I want to hear.
I remember once, this was when I was living in the Bronx, on my way back home, coming from Brooklyn, I was so drunk and I was like, okay, I'm getting off in like 4 stops. Cool. And next thing I know, I open my eyes and I'm outside, like in the train still, but like last stop in the train, and it was so cold. And it was like 40 minutes that I was just sleeping and I had to go back home the other way. I have another one, but somebody else please share.
Rudy?
I mean, I have several. There was one time a friend and I were taking a walk out by my house. You know, it was like nighttime and we're like, it's so beautiful, you know, outside right now. I was like, I just want to like lay down and look at the moon, you know. And I laid down and my friend laid down too. And then we just fell asleep in the middle of the road.
Oh my God.
Like any car, like we were so lucky no car came through and just ran us over. So, but luckily, I mean, it was like probably 2 or 3 a.m. So there's no traffic.
What if this were New York? You'd be
Oh, I know.
all
Oregon
over.
trafficked.
You'd be like
Yeah.
3 blocks long, Rudy spread.
People would have come, taken your organs out, and then put you back in the street to be splatted.
Yeah, exactly.
There would have been complete organ removal. You'd have had 2 big X's over your eyes.
That wasn't a smart move, Rudy.
Nope.
But
Can you
Lisms?
buy eyes on the... You know how there's black market organs? I'm like, do people buy each other's eyes?
yeah.
Can you
They have
transplant an
donors.
eye?
Yeah.
The full thing?
Yeah. Eyes, even skin.
Of
Dude,
course,
that's
Monica
right. We
knows
talked
this.
about the
Skin transplant.
that facial transplant shit. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess if you can do the whole face, you can probably do the eye. Do you remember when T.I.'s wife, Tiny, got the eye surgery to make herself look her eyes all piercingly blue? It's so scary.
Oh, yeah.
All right, here we go. I'm sending you the Google search because it's got the thing at the top.
Tiny permanently
Oh
changed the
my
color of her
God,
eyes
yeah.
from brown to ice gray with the help of bright ocular surgery. Oh.
When I initially saw this, and I think it was like on Reddit or something like many years ago, and somebody was like, she turned herself into a pit bull. I was like, oh my God, dude. The fucking...
The difference is that it actually looks cute on the pit bulls, and she just looked creepy as hell.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
No me gusta.
And her daughter did it with her. Like, I'm sorry.
That's not the... Oh. That's
Like-
not the same person?
The same daughter who has her hymen checked by her father.
Oh, God. Tiny.
Please explain. Monica keeps asking what. Please explain.
Yeah, listen to me, Liz. What the hell?
Like, what do you need to explain?
The hymen checking.
Oh, God, this was so sick. This needs to be its own hot topic. But basically,
T.I. on like his daughter's 18th birthday was like, just got back from the gynecologist with my daughter. Like, we have her yearly check to make sure that she's still intact.
Oh my God. Well, that's fucked up. But I thought it was even more fucked up in that he was the one doing the checking.
Well, we don't know if he was in the room or
Yeah,
not.
he said
might
he
have
was
been.
there.
We don't know where he went to school.
What if the doctor's like smashing each time she goes for her yearly visit and he's just like, let's keep this our secret.
Oh, God.
Daddy don't need to know.
Daddy doesn't need to know. Yeah, so maybe we can do a Tiny and T.I. Hot topic on another episode because they are absolutely bizarre.
Guys.
Yep. She got that weird...
Breaking news.
What?
Oh, I don't know if you'll care, but...
I very much care.
Chai is disbanding.
No.
What?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Oh.
Yeah.
What? Is there an explanation?
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
It's just a really long post, but whatever.
My dad ruined our chance to see them.
Yeah. How rude of him.
I know.
But it is in his name, Rudy.
Rude.
That sucks.
That's sad. I'm sorry. They were forced to play an extra 156 hours of shows.
Honestly, I was feeling that. I was like, I don't know. Are they tired of like touring? But they're not as popular as I feel like they should be.
Yeah, they should be way more popular.
They're so cute.
I know. Mm-hmm. I mean, it seems like the life of a pop idol is just grueling.
Sorry, they're not pop idols, sweetie.
Oh, yeah? What are they?
They're a girl band.
Oh, excuse me, girl band, idols.
They play instruments.
I mean, you know, I'm not demeaning their artistry.
I'm sorry, I'm thinking in terms of like...
Oh, not
the
like...
idol industry in Japan.
Yeah. No, not like specifically the Japanese and like K-pop idol industry. Just like the life of like a huge band constantly traveling and doing 159 hours of overtime per month. It's just gotta be so grueling. I don't know, being like in a different city every night and not being able to be in your cozy spot.
Yeah, doing the same fucking routine every day. I'd die.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's like us at work, though. It's without the excitement and fun, just the same bullshit every day.
Don't put it like that. Don't put it into perspective. I hate you.
I wonder if Chai's ever passed out in public from drunkenness.
I doubt they're able to even drink during their tours.
Right. They give them like one piece of like lentil per day, one glass of water.
That's why they're so tiny. They're so small.
They're so small. They only get one chia seed per day. Once a month, they get a 3 chia day where they get 3 chia seeds and they all celebrate. And they fight over the 4th chia seed. Back to this Polish artist. Like, what are the ethics of taking photos of passed out people?
That's what I was going to say. The series has drawn a lot of criticism because, you know, they say it's super exploitative that he's taking pictures of these people without their consent and then making money off of it, you know? Yeah, what do you guys think?
How would you guys feel if I told you that he wasn't even like the first person to do this?
Really?
There's this, like, I don't know if infamous is the right word. There's this well-known account called Shibuya Meltdown.
I was going to bring that up, yeah.
And I think the original one was started in like 2011, 2012 or something. Mm-hmm. And he would just, they would post the salaryman passed out. And I think they sell merch.
Really?
So imagine seeing yourself like on a hat, like
pictures of guys,
you're online and it's you passed out on a hat.
Yeah.
Because I think in the cultural context that you've sort of described, like Rudy and Monica, of like the pride of working too hard, like would there be a part of you that was proud that a picture was taken of you, like it was immortalized, or would you be like, I think I would, even if there was a cultural thing that like what I was doing is acceptable, I would be kind of embarrassed. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
But let me get some of those funds. I think I would be okay with it, but my mom would be mortified and she'd be like, you know, Sharon is a alcoholic.
Yeah. She's like, watch out. You don't want to become an alcoholic like Sharon, like Pimp Sharon. Like, so I made before I sort of found my like current niche of mocking boomers, I did a video on TikTok that was taking video of dads who were passed out at the amusement park, and like rating them, and a lot of people were laughing at it, but a lot of people got really fucking pissed off, and they were like, how dare you film someone like without their permission and blah, blah, blah. And I kind of felt bad, but I was also like, well, they fell asleep in a public place. And I don't know, it was kind of the video was sort of in like good humor. Dads passed out at the amusement park. It wasn't like, look at these fucking pieces of shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Sounds
But
like
yeah, people
somebody's
were
using their privilege to get past the fact that they are taking advantage of other people.
See, there you go.
Wouldn't be the first.
I'm being canceled. Is this my cancellation? Is it finally here?
Canceled.
Have we not accused each other of being racist yet?
No, I did the
We
racism
started
earlier.
Next time, can I do the racism, please?
Yes.
Yes, honey. Of course you can do the racism next time.
Very random. But did you know that there are two different spellings for the word blonde? Blonde with an E is for female hair. Blonde without the E is for males. Did you guys know that?
No. I always thought it was just British spelling of like color and color, or, it's like... I always just spelled it both with an E, male and female, blonde.
Yeah.
Is it the same with brunette?
I don't know.
Brunette and brunette?
Nobody cares about brunettes. They don't know how to have fun.
I know brunettes are always like, but what about the safety hazards? So actually, yeah, they do the same thing for brunette with just BRUNET. That looks wrong.
No, that's not right.
Brunette.
That looks like a slang or like a
Brunette?
brunette without a TE.
What about redhead? They take the E out of the red?
Yeah, they're like redhead.
Redhead. Oh, he's a redhead.
Oh, he's a redhead. She's a redhead. He's a redhead.
Oh man, that's very interesting. I didn't know that about blonde.
Editor's note, at this point in the podcast, Liz interrupted Rudy very intensely and then blamed it on ADHD. So this part doesn't really make sense.
What?
It's called ADHD sweaty. Ever hear of it? It doesn't get better.
It continues to negatively affect your life in deep, cripplingly shameful ways.
Yeah. Until I drink and pass out on the Tokyo streets.
I can't wait. We got to do that if we ever go to Japan together. We got to pass out in the street together.
Yeah. Which pose are you striking first?
I kind of like the weird standing up ones.
I want to do twist and shout.
Oh, I like that one. Yeah, I like that one.
Yeah. Or the sleeping angel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think Rudy's sleeping angel.
I'd like to stand up though.
I think Rudy is the guy who's like playing with his nipples. It's like,
Oh, yeah, he's old.
that's...
Yes.
Right. Wow, you're so wise, Rudy.
So wise. Thank you, Rudy.
I said rise instead of wow.
Rise.
You're
That's
so
racist. You got to be racist.
How? I just mixed your name and the word wise together. If anything, it was a compliment.
So I get it. It's just like, oh, the wise brown man. He doesn't even exist as a specific individual. He's just like a stereotype.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, I thought it was because we were talking about Japan and Monica said rise instead of wise.
Oh, that doesn't even make sense. That makes like no sense.
I just wanted to accuse
I thought,
somebody,
like-
okay?
Like like you're a liar? Like,
Yeah.
like I thought maybe she was saying you were a liar? I don't know.
No, that's not
Just
what was
wanted to
happening.
accuse somebody, okay? Just let me have it.
Why?
Everyone should get a little racism accusation as a treat,
Yes, thank you.
you know? I want to
can do
amplify
without.
brown racism accusation voices.
Yeah, we can be racist too.
I think we have talked enough about high fashion. You know, is it ethical? I don't know. Is it interesting? Yes. I don't know.
High fashion is rarely ethical. It is never ethical. Whether it is these photos or actual high fashion, fast fashion, it's all fast fashion. Whatever.
Right.
Now
Yeah,
I'm
is
an
he
eco-terrorist.
Yeah, welcome to the dark side.
Goodbye.